You have one life, one shot, one chance to look back and say, I did it. Not I almost did it. Not I thought about it. Not I was too scared. I did it. In this 7-minute motivational speech, we explore the psychology of regret, the cost of playing small, and why waiting for the perfect moment is the fastest way to waste your one life. You will learn why most people die with their music still inside them, how fear disguises itself as practicality, and how to start chasing what you love before it is too late. This is a voice-only experience. No images, no distractions. Just a blue neon waveform on black and a quiet conversation about living your one life fully. Subscribe if you want to understand the machinery behind your own mind, because knowing how the machine works is useless if you never pull the lever. You have one life, one shot, one chance to look back and say, I did it. Not I almost did it. Not I thought about it. Not I was too scared. I did it. Most people will die with their music still inside them. They will take their dreams to the grave, not because they lacked talent, not because they lacked opportunity, because they waited. They waited for the right time, the right circumstances, the right amount of courage, and the right time never came. Subscribe if you want to understand the machinery behind your own mind. Here is a hard truth. The clock is ticking. You do not know how many days you have left. None of us do. You could have 50 years. You could have 5. You could have 5 months. The only thing you know for certain is that the number is decreasing. Every sunrise is one fewer. Every birthday is a page turned. Every someday is a promise you may not get to keep. And yet, you wait. You tell yourself you will start when you have more money, more time, more confidence, more energy, more approval. You tell yourself you will chase what you love after you finish this project, after you pay off this debt, after the kids are grown, after you retire. You are waiting for a perfect moment that does not exist. If this resonates, hit subscribe, because you need a reminder that waiting is not preparation. Waiting is the thief of your one life. The most common regret of the dying is not that they failed, it is that they never tried. Studies of end-of-life regrets show the same theme over and over. I wish I had lived a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. I wish I had not worked so hard. I wish I had expressed my feelings. I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. I wish I had let myself be happier. Notice what is not on that list. No one says, I wish I had made more money. No one says, I wish I had spent more time at the office. No one says, I wish I had waited longer to chase my dreams. They regret the risks not taken, the words not spoken, the love not expressed, the life not lived. Why do we wait? Why do we know the clock is ticking and still act like we have forever? The answer is fear. Fear disguises itself as practicality. I cannot afford to chase my dream sounds responsible, but often it's fear wearing a suit. I will do it when the time is right sounds wise, but often it's fear wearing glasses. Fear is clever. It does not tell you to give up. It tells you to wait just a little longer until things are perfect, and perfect never arrives. Fear also hides in comparison. You look at people who are already doing what you love, and you feel behind. You feel like you have missed your chance, but you haven't. The only time you have missed is the time you spent comparing. The only person you need to be better than is who you were yesterday. Start where you are, not where you wish you were, not where others are, where you are. Here's what happens when you finally stop waiting and start chasing what you love. You realize that the fear never goes away. You wait for the fear to disappear, but it doesn't. It just changes shape. The fear of starting becomes the fear of failing. The fear of failing becomes the fear of succeeding. The fear never leaves. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is chasing what you love while being afraid. You realize that the perfect moment is a myth. There is no perfect time. There is only now. The conditions will never be ideal. You will never feel completely ready. You will never have all the answers. Start anyway. The answers come from doing, not from waiting. You realize that regret is heavier than failure. Failure stings for a moment. Regret weighs on you for a lifetime. You can recover from failure. You can try again. You can learn and grow and come back stronger. But regret? Regret is a slow poison. It whispers, "What if?" for years. It steals your peace when you're trying to sleep. It follows you to the grave. Failure is temporary. Regret is permanent. You realize that your one life is not a rehearsal. This is not a dress rehearsal. This is the show. There is no second act waiting in the wings. There is no do-over. Every day you spend waiting is a day you will never get back. You cannot save time. You can only spend it. Spend it on what matters. So, how do you start chasing what you love? How do you stop waiting? First, you name what you want. Not what you should want. Not what others want for you. What you want. The thing that makes your heart beat faster. The thing you would do for free. The thing you think about when your mind wanders. Name it. Write it down. Make it real. Second, you take one small step today. Not the whole journey. One step. Send the email. Buy the domain. Write the first sentence. Make the first call. Take the first photo. Record the first video. One step. That's all. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take yours today. Third, you stop asking for permission. No one is coming to tell you that you're ready. No one is coming to give you a sign. No one is coming to save you. You do not need permission. You need action. Give yourself permission right now, today. Fourth, you make peace with imperfection. Your first attempt will not be perfect. It will be messy. It will be awkward. It will be embarrassing. That is not a sign that you should stop. That is a sign that you have started. Perfection is not the goal. The goal is to live your one life. Messy, imperfect, beautifully human. Fifth, you remember the clock. Not to scare you, to wake you up. You do not have forever. None of us do. The clock is ticking, not as a threat, as a gift. Because if you had forever, you would never start. The deadline is what makes it urgent. The limit is what makes it precious. You have one life, one shot, one chance. What's the thing you've been waiting to do? The dream you've been putting off? The risk you've been avoiding? The words you've been meaning to say? The life you've been hoping to live? Stop waiting. The time will pass anyway. You can spend it chasing what you love, or you can spend it wishing you had. One leads to a life of "I did it." The other leads to a life of "what if." The choice is yours. The clock is ticking. You have one life. Chase what you love, not because it's easy, because it's yours. Not because you will succeed, because you will never forgive yourself if you don't try. If you're ready to stop waiting and start chasing your one life, subscribe. Every week, we explore not just how the mind works, but how to make it work for you. Not the waiting, the living. Thank you for listening. I will see you in the next one.